the best way that we can with the best that we can offer in the market. So I just want to give my word to the first but the very important lady for us today. Thank you, Mona, for coming. Mona is coming from Cambridge University Press. She will provide a couple of, as per agenda, a couple of training that I know that they are very important for most of the teachers that are working with Cambridge resources already in Albania. Thank you for coming. It's a great pleasure to have you here. So have a great day, and we are open just to connect with you and to see the resources and also...
I'm going to say workshop, so it's a workshop with about 60-something people, a little bit of unheard, but it's going to be mainly not on the resources as such, so I'm not going to be selling you the resources, but I'm going to tell you or attempt to share with you how you can use our resources for active teaching in the classroom. Because my field of expertise is not sales. My field of expertise is teaching and learning and leading teaching and learning. So hopefully that will work. The things that we will explore today are going to be linked with first having an understanding and reflecting a little bit on some educational paradigms in what do we understand education to be, what do we understand education to be for, what purpose does education serve? Because based on this, then we will look at what can we do to get there. So we're going to reflect a little bit on where we are in education, where you are in education in Albania, and then where we would like to be. And then we will try and see steps of how we get from where we are to where we want to be, using teaching and learning strategies that we promote at Cambridge International, and of course using our resources. So a little bit about myself, if this decides to work. If not, I will go there. All right. So, my name, as I said, is Mona. I've been working with Cambridge for a long time. I'm a Cambridge graduate myself, but I'm educated in Romania. So we're very close neighbors. Until 21 years old, I've done most of my formal education in an educational system that I think is very similar to what we have here in Albania. We're in this part of the world, we're kind of... So at the age of 21, 22, I moved to the UK. I've done my master's in leading, teaching and learning at the Faculty of Education in Cambridge. And ever since then, I've started working in teacher training. With Cambridge Assessment International Education, I wear different hats. One of them is being a lead international trainer. So I train in different areas. And my areas of expertise are active learning, assessment for learning, that is for the enrichment part. But for the curricular part, I'm a geographer at heart, and global perspectives. So those of you interested a little bit in global perspectives, grab your lunch break, coffee, whenever you can, because this is not a workshop on global perspectives. So I train in global perspectives, primary and lower secondary. I'm also an examiner in 4 different panels. And I lead the online courses for geography. So there's a lot of different things that I do, including coming here and talking to you about teaching and learning. So coming to what we want to do today, because there you go. In terms of educational paradigms, why do we educate our young? I think we can't start a conversation on education unless we sit and reflect on what is the purpose of education in our society. And I draw on the work of Sandel, Othman and Osman, Swedish. Right, what I would like you to do is to draw the 3 circles. And this is democratic education, this is factual, and this is normative. So with red, where are we? And put the dot wherever you want in between those circles, yeah? Either purely informational, or we teach knowledge, but move towards teaching attitude. Or no, we teach democratically, so we create critical thinkers or whatever. And then with green, where we want it to be. Each of you represents one red dot, and one green dot. Okay? Off you go. Oh, wait. Excellent, well done. So red is where we are. Each of us has a red dot, and green is where we want to be. Yeah?
We are not sure what to do.
Just change it, take it and change it, or do a cross on it. Amazing. So do you teach in both?
Active learning, yes. Passive learners don't exist. It's nonsense. Differentiation, what do you mean by that, sir?
Depends on the kind of stress. Because stress can be positive, but challenge, uncomfortable, stress, interested, anxious. Our classrooms. Because we think that classrooms are for thinking, but we have to design thinking. Otherwise, it's just recall, it's just memory. Serves a purpose, but adds very little to the learning. It's only thinking opportunities that create this learning. So our long-term memory stores factual information. Ladybirds are red, polar bears are white, capital of is la da 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 da, and procedural information. How to drive a car, how to solve maths equations, how to write a persuasive piece in English, how to analyze a distribution of volcanoes map in geography. This is procedural knowledge. And what we do is we bring them, because I remember, we bring them in the working memory. This transfer between long-term and short-term, with the adding of new information. That's a bit of a rhetorical question. Of course you do, because they don't take the time. We need to discipline thinking, because remember I said thinking is slow? Well, create opportunities for it to be slow, otherwise it rushes and it is recall. So we've got to discipline thinking to slow down. And this is one strategy. Huh? Why are they building it? And I've had their, where is it? Can we do this here? I wonder. Okay, and time's up. I thank you so much for your time. And coffee time. Thank you very much. Thank you.
Very pleased to have for the first time in Albania, but also for Educational Center, Martin Nuttall.
Advanced program. So I know some of you are already using Cambridge University Press resources, which is perfectly fine, and we're very happy that you do that. But you might, if you want to do the exams, you would also need to become a Cambridge International School. So we'll talk about that later. So, what's at the heart of a Cambridge education? Why would you want to introduce Cambridge into your schools? All right, you might use the resources, but you might use other resources as well. So what's actually special about us? What would be the benefits? And there are 5 key elements, really, to what it means to be teaching the Cambridge programs in your. So in the last exercise, innovative and equipped for the new and future challenges. We have no idea what the world is going to throw at us in the next 10 years. Nobody knew about the pandemic, but we got through it one way or another. We want them to be engaged intellectually and socially, ready to make a difference. Some of the students that I've seen visit, what is the process? Well, it's a 4-stage process. Final approval, we've done the school visit, we're happy with the school visit, you've decided when you want to start the program, we're ready to go. Then you have the legal stuff. You fill in all the documentation, you pay the various fees, and then you get
Biology contains 3 papers, AS.
Yes.
1, 2, and 3.
Yes.
Can be divided, so students first they give 1 and 2, and then
The next year they do 3, you mean? Yeah.
practical 1.
Centre for organising this conference and inviting me to attend. I think it's been fantastic so far, and I really hope you've enjoyed all the talks so far, and I think we're in for a great afternoon too. So I'll quickly introduce myself. My name's Jenny Sharman, and I'm an international sales representative for Collins. I look after a wide array of countries across Europe, including Albania. Can I have a show of hands in the room? Who's familiar with Collins and who's not? Hands up for a yes. Consultation with expert practitioners to ensure that they're easy to use in the classroom and support children following a range of different international early years curricula. So now I'd like to present our official Minecraft Maths and English workbooks designed for primary students aged between 5 and 11. I did have a brief video, but I'll skip over that as we're a little bit shorter on time. As with the previous edition, both the core...
I started working with Pearson since, I don't want to remember, 2007, I think, as an ELT consultant in the western part of Greece. In 2012, I moved to the assessment part of the company, of this awarding body, as a PT country manager for Greece. And a year now, 12 months, I've been looking after this business division for international or secondary. We've got Inspire English International, Maths Progress International, and Exploring Science. Now, let's move on to
simple it actually was to use. The advantages of taking exams on screen is time management. You should be able to manage your time better if you're typing and not worry about messing up as frequently. I would say to another student...
Educational Center for Education. It's a pleasure to be here, and I'm really glad that I've got the chance to meet some of you finally face to face. I think I'd like to introduce myself again, because sometimes teachers in schools meet OUP representative, but they don't really know what's their role. It's a big organization. So again, my role is to help teachers find the best Oxford resources for their teaching needs. And so that's my main role. And I'm part of the European team. We are 3 people. That's me, based in Italy. That's my colleague based in the Netherlands, and another colleague in Poland. And we're also together with the African team. So that gives me a nice overview of different teacher needs. Sometimes they are common, sometimes they are different, and it also gives me an idea of where the international market is going. And so I'm really glad I can be part of it. While I was thinking about today's presentation, I decided to select a few resources across all stages, so we hope that everyone will find it useful. So I won't go too much into details about resources, but I'll give you some ideas that maybe now, later, or in the future, hopefully you can remember and say, actually Oxford has got this and can help. I will start from early years. Alright, so for the first time, as Oxford, we decided to offer a complete new series for early years, so age 3, 4, and 4 and 5. We got the feedback from teachers and from schools all around the world, where they needed an integrated textbook covering numeracy, science skills, and that's science. And this is primary mathematics. We encourage the use of manipulatives. So you've got objects, so the CPA approach, totally abstract, conceptual. And here, just an example, you also got stretch zone for our more advanced students, yeah? Because we support students that are a bit behind, but we also support students that are more advanced and need to be engaged. We know how important it is to engage those students as well. So you will find differentiation in all our textbooks for primary. And this is a page from Wellbeing. So when I first saw it, it's very, very new for me, and this is it's been very, very popular in some areas of the world, and this is a new series for Wellbeing. For what concerns lower secondary, we publish a variety of textbooks. We publish for the NYP, we publish for Cambridge Lower Secondary. But I selected the latest one. This is Oxford International Lower Secondary English. And this is a brand new lower secondary edition, 2 minutes of Oxford International Curriculum, because you may not be aware of it. So now Oxford is also able to support schools within a brand new international curriculum that we designed.